Now let's look at this past question. Use the number x0 equals 2, x1 equals 2.75, x2 equals 4 to find the second Lagrange polynomial for f of x equals 1 over x, and use this polynomial to approximate f of 3 equals 1 over 3.
Okay, now let's move on. Let's look at this past question, then we see what we can do about it. So the question, as I've read out, this information we're given, x0, which is 2, x1, which is 2.75, then we also have x2, which is 4. We were told to find the second Lagrange, and then second Lagrange means our n is what? 2. And we have 3 data points. In fact, the question don't want us to suffer. Therefore, the data point has been given to us already. 1, 2, 3. 3 data points. Okay. So now, since we have to use the Lagrange, we just have to code the Lagrange formula. Simple as that. So the formula is supposed to be f subscript n, but our n is 2. So I have 2 of x equals the summation I to 0. I equals 0 to what? N, but our n is 2. Li of x multiplying f of xi. Is that okay? Now, let's spread this one out. This is summation, so we can add them. So, our f of 2x equals L0 x f of x naught plus, so we start from 0, we go to 1, so that will be L 1 of x f of x 1 plus, where are we going? L2 x f of x2. Okay, this is what we have, meaning we need to find for our L1, L2 and L0. So what is our L1? Okay, let's start with L0. L0 is when I equals 0. I have already said this that when I is 0, then J will assume the other numbers, okay? Because I and J can never be equal. So you consider 1 and what? So J will be 1, 2. Meaning our L0 is going to be x minus x1 over x0 minus x1 multiplying x minus x2 over x0 minus x2. This is what we have. Okay, remember that these ones are the j columns. This xj, 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 xj. So one of them we just share, 1 comes here, 2 comes there. Can decide to bring the 2 first, is multiplication. Multiplication is what's commutative, so you have nothing to worry about. Alright. Now we have L0. Let's also look for L1. So our L1 is going to be x L1, let me write the values of j first. So what will be there? When I equals 1, meaning that j will be either 0 or 2. So we have L1 to be equals to x minus x naught over x1 minus x naught multiplying x minus x2 over x1 minus x2. Let me to the last one, which is what? L2. That is when we have our I to the what? 2. So if I is 2, it means that our L2 is going to be, remember it's L naught of x. So let me bring it so that you don't become confused of it. So this side is L2 of x, and this is going to give us, remember that the I values is going to assume, the j value is going to assume 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So I'll have x minus x naught over x2 minus x naught, x minus x1 over x2 minus x1. This x naught, x1, x2, you know them already, so we just substitute them. Where can we find them? Here, from the question. Is that okay? Now, you can see f of x naught, f of x1, f of x2. How do we get them? From the question, we were given f of x to be equals to 1 over x. I hope you can see that from the question. You can go back and check the question. It is there. So, for me to get f of x naught is simply 1 over x naught. Where's my x naught? My x naught is 2, so 1 over 2. Then f of x1 is just 1 over 2.75. Then lastly, f of x2 is just 1 over 4. So this is what I have. Now, the rest is simple substitution. So f subscript 2 of x equals L naught of x. Remember, I have this. So, and I'm going to replace the x1 by 2.75, then x2 by 4, x naught by 2. So this is how it goes. Follow it well. X minus x1 is 2.75, all divided by x naught is 2 minus 2.75. Okay? And this, okay, there are 2, so I have to bring both again. So I have x minus x2 is 4 over 2 minus 4. And the whole of this is multiplying f of x naught. Where is our f of x naught? F of x naught is half, so the whole of this is multiplying half. Then I move plus, so I go this way. L1, where's our L1? This is our L1. L1 is x minus x naught, but our x naught is 2 over x1 is 2.75 minus 2. And this is multiplying x minus x2, which is 4, divided by 2.75 minus 4. All multiplying f of x1. Where's our f of x1? F of x1 is 1 over 2.75. Lastly, we have plus x minus, that's the L2. Where's our L2? This is our L2, so x naught is 2 over x2 is 4 minus 2. Multiplying, what again? X minus x1. Our x1 is 2.75 over 4 minus 2.75. And the whole of this is multiplying f of x2. That is 1 over 4. Is that okay? That is what we have. Now let's look at what we can do about this. In fact, you can decide to expand this to get something that you want to see, you can decide to expand that. Okay, but me, I'm leaving it here. But if you expand it, you get a quadratic. You can expand the down one, 2 minus 2.75 and the stuffs. You get your quadratic nicely, okay? But I'm leaving it here for you. Okay, you let's expand it for some reasons. So I have f of 2x equals, now the top one I can write it as x minus 2.75 multiplying x minus 4 over 2 minus 2.75 will give us negative 0.75 times 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Then the whole of this is multiplying by what? 1 over 2. Or I can bring that 1 over 2 here. So that will be 2. This side will be 2. Is that okay? Then I move to the next one, plus. So the next one, I'm going to have x minus 2, x minus 4, and it is dividing by this. If you subtract 2 from 2.75, you have 0.75 times. If you also do this one, you have 1.25. But it will be negative 1.25 times 1.25. Because of this, 1 will multiply the top, this will multiply here. Then lastly, we have plus x minus 2, x minus 2.75, and this is dividing by 4 minus 2 is 2 times 4 minus 2.75, we have 1.25. Then lastly we have times 4. So if you expand this, what you are going to get, you can go further, but I'm resting the case here. Okay, now the question asks us to find f of 3. So what are we going to do? We simply substitute the value of 3 into this. So I have 3 minus 2.75 multiplying by 3 minus 4, and this one is dividing by negative 0.75 times negative 4 plus 3 minus 2, 3 minus 4, also dividing by 0.75 times negative 1.25 times 1.25. Then we also have 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2.75, and this is multiplying 2 times 4 is 8 times 1.25. So our f of 3 equals negative 1 over 12 plus 64 over 165 plus 1 over 40. And if you do it well, you are going to have 0.33. And this is the solution to the problem. Okay, so try and practice more. Practice makes man perfect. When you say man, it doesn't mean that you, the girls or the women, are not perfect.